The snow is finally here and some passes are already closed. So where's the snow now and how much more could you expect on this week's Warren Report? WABDR decided to shut down SR 410 and 123 for winter after receiving 30 inches of snow in the pass. I'm sure this comes as no surprise to most people, as WABDR is quick to close the pass whenever significant snowfall hits. We have already had requests for snow recoveries. If you're out and about this weekend, here's where we have already seen snow. Starting up in Zone 3, Mount Baker has been receiving some snowfall. We have already had one recovery from that area this week. Zone 8 is off to a good start. Thank you, Carl. You can see him here at the Kettle Crest Trailhead. That looks to be about a foot of snow. Stevens Pass area looks to have about 6 to 8 inches of snow. Pyramid Pass and Natchez Trail, only a couple inches of snow from last weekend, which is surprising considering the closure. I'm sure by this time next week, there'll be much more snow accumulation. Now, according to the UW Climatological Research Department, that's a mouthful, a new system moving into the region should bring lower temperatures and significant snowfall. Now, as I am sure you're all aware, weather in the Northwest is difficult to predict, so when we look at these events, we generally plan for the worst case scenario. Over 10 inches in some locations in the Olympics and coastal mountains, and 5 to 10 inches in the Cascades. Even significant precipitation east of the Cascade Crest. The lowest lowland temperatures expected on the east side will be around the 40s, and the lowest expected temperatures on the west side are around the mid-40s. So here's the model for the worst case scenario. It looks to be mostly dependent on temperature, but here's what we know so far. There's a chance to get up to 4 feet of snow in the North Cascades, specifically in the Mount Baker area. This will be great for skiing. The rest of the Cascade Range could see 2 feet of snow. The Olympics could possibly see 3 feet of snow. Okanogan, Ferry, and Stevens counties, you could see up to 2 feet of snow. Now I want you to keep in mind the pictures that I showed you earlier from Okanogan. It looks to already be about a foot in some areas. Avalanche centers have not yet issued any warning. However, I would expect to see some issued if this model does progress as they think it will. This type of event can happen fast and without any warning. With significant snowfall in sections 1, 5, and 6 and expected snow in all other areas, it looks like the window for a WABDR run is over until spring. I will be constantly monitoring conditions and watching for your trip reports. On November 3rd, we received a request for a Toyota Tundra near Mount Baker, and as you can see by the picture, it had a damaged CV. Those of you who run CVs can sympathize, I'm sure. This situation is fairly common, and we've done multiple recoveries that looked almost exactly like this. This recovery was done at about 4,000 feet of elevation, and there were wind gusts of about 50 miles an hour with a foot of new snow expected. With situations like this, it's always a race against nature to try to get the vehicle out before it's stuck for the season, especially a disabled vehicle. This is our 85th recovery this year. Volunteers have racked up 14,107 miles and 704 hours on recoveries, and we are just getting into the busy season. All these pictures you're seeing behind me in the background are just a fraction of our snow recoveries. When the snow falls and the road disappears beneath a beautiful layer of white, it's easy to feel the pull of adventure. I know, I feel it too. But behind that beauty lies a set of dangers, hidden and unforgiving, that can turn a family outing into a life-threatening situation. Every year, countless drivers in Washington venture into snow-covered terrain without realizing how quickly conditions can change. Whether you're off-roading, exploring, or simply enjoying the winter wilderness, preparation is the key to staying safe. You don't want to be caught out here unprepared. And here are a few things to keep in mind before heading out in the snow. First, check the weather. Storms can roll in without warning and temperatures can drop drastically. Make sure the forecast aligns with your plans. We often recover people, especially hikers, that come back to realize that their vehicle has been completely snowed in. Second, always ensure that your vehicle is equipped for winter conditions. Carry essential recovery gear like a shovel, a winch, straps, a jack. These tools can help you get unstuck or even avoid getting stuck altogether. Traction boards are especially helpful. A well-stocked emergency kit can save your life. Pack warm clothes, blankets, food, water, and first aid, and any other medications you may need. Don't forget a phone charger and maybe some food for your doggos if you have them. Third, know your route. Snow-covered terrain can hide hazards such as rocks, fallen trees, holes that could damage your vehicle. If you are venturing into unfamiliar areas, always let someone know your route and an estimated return time, and it's important not to deviate from your planned route. Lastly, never go alone. Help can be hours or even days away. Having a buddy means extra hands if things go wrong. The vast majorities of recoveries that we do are single vehicle recoveries. The winter wilderness may look beautiful, but it's unforgiving. By being prepared and planning ahead, you can ensure that your adventure remains a safe and enjoyable one. So, before you hit the trails, ask yourself, are you truly ready for what the snow has to offer? Over the years, we've had some pretty amazing winter recoveries. It's something I'm really proud of, and I know that all of our other volunteers and admins are too. We've recovered people that have been stranded for days with no supplies, sometimes with children. While there's nothing more satisfying to us than getting families back to the pavement and into safety, most of these recoveries were completely preventable. Last but not least, if you're starting to have problems on the trail, air down. Airing down your tires significantly increases the footprint of your tire. It's a very common practice. Just make sure to air back up before hitting the road. And if you're new to snow wheeling, get yourself a compressor and take it with you. It really does make all the difference in the world. I would love to hear from you. Send me some pictures from your latest trip. Tell me where the adventure took you. Make sure to include social media tags if you want me to share any of those too. If you have any updates on trail conditions or closures, I would love to read those. Part of the goal of these weekly reports is to make it easier to plan your next adventure. The information is spread out through multiple outdated government websites. Some of these websites contradict themselves. We always try to gather the latest reports, and the best way to do that is to get them directly from you. So, drop me a line at reports@WashingtonOffroadRecovery.org. I will leave a link in the description below. That's it for now. If you want to hear more from us, like, subscribe for future reports and more. Until next time, tread lightly, and I'll see you on the trail.